Oh. Welcome to the shed. Today we're going to look at, let me put these darts away. Today we're going to look at the new wand and how to connect it and install your new dongle. So when you receive the wand, some of you will order the connect dongle that goes with it. I'm just going to talk you through how to replace that dongle and where to put it on your board. So the tools you're going to need for this are a T20 Torx, some pliers for the bolts on the back of the screen, and a 2mm Allen key for the front of the screen. So I'm just going to start removing this panel. Make sure your loop keys are removed. So now the panel should lift out and we can get to the back of the screen. There's a lot of cables in here, so just be careful you don't snag anything out. Some of them are quite short, including the COM cable that connects to the dongle. Now we're just going to get the pliers on these bolts at the back here. And an Allen key on the front. Once you've loosened them off a bit, the nuts will come off easily on the back, so you can just do those by hand now. So once they're that loose, just take them off with your fingers. Now this should all lift off. There are some cables attached to the back, so just be careful. You can remove the 2-pin power connector from the screen. Make life a little bit easier. So once we've taken the screen housing off, you'll see it exposes the PPM receiver, and then just sat underneath that is your connect dongle. So we're just going to take this one out, unplug the COM port there. So I haven't got a new dongle to put in. Yours will come without shrink wrap on it. It's advised that you do shrink wrap it just to make sure you're not shorting any connections on it. And then I'm just going to show you how it sits in here. So you'll connect it back up. And then you can see this is designed so that can sit in here and sit flush. And I don't know if you can see on the camera, the connections sit actually underneath so the cables can come through. And pop that back on top. Holding it down while we put the screen back on. And it should sit nice and flush. There'll be a little bit of pressure behind it, but the bolts will hold it in. But it should sit like that, with just a little bit of a gap. Now I can just finger tight our bolts back on. And it's easier to tighten them with the pliers than it is to tighten with the Allen key. So I'm just going to put the Allen key to hold it in there. Give it some turns with it. Make sure they're nice and tight. There's no Loctite on these, but if they're tight they won't slip or vibrate loose. So once all that's fixed back in, you've got your COM port plugged in there, so you know it's plugged in. 2-pin connector for the LCD. You can go back in now. And then just make sure none of your cables are snagging while you fit this back in. And again, it wants to tilt up so it can slide underneath that panel. And then you can just hold it down while you reinsert your screws here. And that's it, it's all done. It's a nice and easy 5-minute job. Makes life a lot easier, you haven't got to flash the dongle. Those of you who have already got a dongle in and decided not to buy a new dongle with the wand, you will need to update the firmware so it will accept the wand. We're going to have instructions on this online and linked in our manual. Something will be shown in the video just to show you where to find all that information. Again, it's fairly simple. You're going to do the same process of taking the dongle out, but then you're going to plug it into a vest to flash it through the desktop tool. But this is all sorted now. So next stage is to get our vest gap up, put the loop keys in the board. And on the Vesk app, you want to hit scan. Should see it show up as Vesk BLE UART. Connect to that. Should get confirmation at the bottom of the app in green that it's been connected. And we're going to go straight to Configuration Wizards Input. That's on the main start menu. It's going to ask you what Vesk it's connected to. It will see two, the main Vesk and the Vesk over the CAN bus. You always want to pick the main Vesk. Then it'll ask you what input type. We're going to select NRF controller, not PPM, and click next. Now you'll get a warning screen on here that's saying you've chosen NRF input, and all it's stating is that once you hit OK, it's going to have a 10-second window where it listens for this device. So we're going to hit OK, and then we're going to power on the wand, and within half a second you'll get NRF pairing. Pairing was successful, and that's it, you're all done. You can click OK on that, and you can finish the setup. And now we have it all paired up. So that was fitting the dongle and pairing it, as you can see. Nice and easy job, done in 5 minutes. If you want any more information on the Vesk, visit the website. We've got a kind of a podcast type video where I interview Frank, one of the designers of the wand. He's going to talk more about what's to come, what's going to be available when the wand ships, and functionalities of that. So look out for that video. Thanks for watching.